it feels great. More than just a pole, just how this whole weekend has panned out. Had a big reset after Monaco. It's been a really tough run of races for us for various different reasons, but just had a big reset with the team, and every single lap we've done this week, every session, every lap we've been in the top 2 positions, and that is, even if Lewis pipped us to pole today, I would have still been super happy with being back in this groove and this mojo and kind of at one with the car.
It was mega. The first sector, the first lap was really good, and it was looking like it was going to be something similar, but then obviously the red flag came in, and when I went back out on the used tyre, I was just half a second off, and I was like, hey, because the team asked me to just stay in, just do one lap, and I wanted to go out and get a benchmark. And then the last lap, I went probably a little bit too deep into turn 1, but managed to pull it off. I honestly think that's where, if there was any time lost, that was where it was. But otherwise, the rest of the lap was great. The car just was similar to Q1 run 1, but even better. So these tyres are so sensitive, and what you do on the outlap is so critical to whether the tyres are overheated or they stay in the perfect window where there's grip.
Realistically, even though I missed FP1, I think this weekend I didn't have enough pace, single lap. I've been overdriving the car, and conditions are very tricky, very slippery, very hot, and tires just been running away a little bit from me, just struggling to extract the maximum out of them for the whole lap. So I think, not ideal, but now we'll focus on to tomorrow.
Pretty good, very happy. I don't think you can expect a lot more. Yeah, I know the gap was 4 thousandths to P3, which is not a lot. I had the red flag on my first lap into turn the last corner, and I think maybe this lap was even better than my second lap. This second lap is just it's my only chance to put a lap time on the board, and then you just can't take quite the same risks in a few of the corners as I did on lap 1. So we were just unfortunate out there today. You ask me, can I go 4 thousandths quicker? Yes, but ask Kimi and he'll say I can probably go 2 tenths quicker, 3 tenths quicker. So, we have to be happy with today, and I did some good laps, so yeah.
Actually, qualifying went quite a bit better than expected. The gap was a lot smaller, so looking back, P5 looks decent, but actually we had a really good opportunity for P3 as well, but somehow in my final sector it just started sliding too much, and then you're just not following the normal line that you want to take. Also, I think it was only Oscar and me that did the lap before the red, and then you have like 10 minutes in the box. You probably lose a little bit of rhythm as well, which, it's not ideal in Q3. You want to do a lap, come in, refuel, put new tires, where you lost a little bit of time or not, and go out again. And when you're waiting around a bit, it's probably not ideal. But at the end for us, it was much better. I mean, I went into qualifying thinking that we will be miles off and just be P7, P8, but this was promising.
I mean, tough Friday, Saturday morning, and then in qualifying it looks like we pick up the pace a bit, especially as we move to Q3. I mean, I don't even know how we are 3 tenths of pole, because we've been a second of the whole. I mean, I've been a second of the whole time, so that's a bit surprising, and being so close to P3 is a bit disappointing.
What's your thinking for tomorrow?
Lots of pit stops, lots of tire degradation. I need a big turn 1, and then from there we need sharp pit stops, and that's it. It should be a fun race.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good lap until the last sector. I'm not really sure where all the time went away, but until that point it was strong. Obviously very, very close margins out there. Could have dealt with that little bit extra that I had. So a shame, but we'll see what the race is going to be like tomorrow. It's going to be a race of car pace, throughout a stint, not just over a lap. So let's see what we've got.
To be honest, it's been a trickier day today than yesterday overall. We had a good start to the weekends, and then just a difficult end to yesterday. fighting the balance this morning, and then honestly just put one really good lap together in Q2. So yeah, very, very happy. We're in a good place for tomorrow.
Yeah, happy and satisfied. I think not much more on the table there. So that's good and positive. Q1 actually, my first lap, I had a moment in turn 3, which then immediately your tires are hot and kind of has an effect on the rest of the lap. So we were not safe enough with that lap. Had to do the second run and use the second set, which then leaves you only with one new set in Q2. So that was a bit tricky, a bit hairy, but we stayed cool and made it stick. So very pleased about that.
Yeah, I'm okay. Apart from feeling very ashamed of coming here to speak in front of the camera after another what if. Unfortunately, last week was the same. With what if we didn't have that issue, this weekend is what if I didn't do that mistake, and I just feel ashamed of not putting everything together on what was a very positive weekend so far. The feeling is back, and I'm still optimistic for tomorrow, but I should be starting higher up, and I don't because of a mistake of mine. And I feel ashamed and disappointed. I feel ashamed for disappointing so many people that are supporting us, and must be tough to stick with me.
Yeah, no deployment into turn 1, so went on power out the last corner, and the engine didn't go, so it was 2 seconds off down before T1. So yeah, bit of a shame considering I think we were, very much in the fight for Q3. Is what it is. I was P6 after run 1, so. Yeah, to go out in the Q2 is pretty disappointing. But regardless, whatever, the team have done a really good job to give us a strong car this weekend. It's just a shame that we weren't able to utilise it.
I think it was a decent quali. I think my lap wasn't terrible. I think I missed a little bit in the last sector, especially. It wasn't the best from my side, but I must say, it still was okay lap. I think the field has been very tight this weekend, so let's try the best tomorrow.
I tried, as I try to take everything out of it, I lose a rear and I almost crash a few times, and it's not a nice car to be driving at the moment. I'm really struggling with the consistency. It's very unpredictable. I'm losing as soon as I try to push. I lose or the front or the rear on exits, and the grip is so low for us that this weekend we are not really understanding what's happening. Put the car upside down a few times and it's not doing anything. And I'm just quite frustrating this weekend because we were expecting to be fighting for Q3 and we are 5 tenths off Q3. So it's not what we wanted. Of course, that should have been better. But we are taking risks and trying things. And my quality 2 laps try to be on the limit, but I almost spin 3 times, and it's just the car is not together this weekend, and it's not being nice to drive.
It's pretty crazy what we're having since FP1. As soon as I touch the brake, the car is moving right, left. The steering is straight, but it's like I can't attack the braking. Zero confidence as soon as I touch the brake, so we can see there's something wrong. The steering is straight, and then the car is pulling one way or the other. We tried to change the chassis, and fortunately, still got the same issue. So we need to work with the team because it's something very odd.
It's been an incredibly tough weekend. Felt like we made progress from P1 to P2, but then overnight we took a step back, and in FP3 this morning I had maybe the worst car I've driven in the entirety of my F1 career. I know it's only been short, but this morning was incredibly tough. So we reverted back and we went back to, let's say, a known baseline. Honestly, I think we couldn't do anything more today. I was happy with my lap in Q1. We were a bit more competitive relative to the others, but the others, went for only one set of tires and some 2, but we did 3. So of course I was a bit more competitive. Instead, in Q2, when everything was a bit more equalized, we were quite behind.
Yeah, I think today the target was to try and get into Q2. I think we did that with a couple of one decent lap there at the end of Q1, and even though it doesn't sound very inspiring to say that in my home Grand Prix we're fighting to get out of Q1, it's the situation for this weekend, and at least I maximized whatever there was in the car today, and we can move on to tomorrow.
Sorry to see you here at this point. It looks like it's just been a difficult weekend trying to get this car to work around this track.
No, it was supposed to be much better than what we actually got. We had a deployment issue in the second run, which put us on the back foot.
were actually fast in the first one. And yeah, on the third one, you know, when you get the references, 50 kph faster in some straights, 50 some slower in other straights, well, it's not going to go super well. You can't really optimize the last lap, and that's what happened. So yeah, the deployment was the problem, even though we did a good job with the car, so it's a shame.
Maybe more difficult than I expected it to be. I think we knew we were going to be maybe down in terms of this track doesn't suit us, but the balance as well, we a little bit lost at the minute. So need to have a look at it. I think haven't felt comfortable all weekend, and cars doing different things every corner, so frustrating.
Yeah, we had a small issue with the engine deployment into the final 2 corners where we lost a bit of time. Other than that, I think it was a good lap with 2 sets. We saved one for tomorrow's race. All the competition around us used the 3, so we are in a better position in case we were to use that soft. So I think that puts us in a better position for tomorrow's race.
Yeah, it was limited running FP2 for me and also FP3. We had an issue with the brakes, but we managed to find the reasons and managed to fix it. It was a busy one actually for the guys, because when I went off in FP3, the floor was destroyed and stuff like that. So I'm glad we got out there, and laps were okay. We had to revert with some parts in my car to some older parts, so I didn't think we were 100%, but I think position-wise, that's where we are.
Obviously, hugely frustrating situation for the team to be in at the moment, but what can you tell us about that session from your side, how it unfolded today?
Nothing new, just the same as what it's been all week.
Can you put us into the cockpit? I mean, what are you dealing with out there at the moment?
A lot of things. We just don't have enough downforce. For starters, that's the main thing, and then we're down on power and drivability and all that stuff.
Yeah, difficult session again. Some problems with the downshifts, a lot of rear locking in some of the downshifts. Some others had a huge push while braking, so yeah, a little bit inconsistent at the moment.